few weeks ago, the media was completely thrown into a tizzy because of the Deepika Cleavage controversy. Now, a publication tweeted almost, I guess, a year-old photograph of Deepika's cleavage and tried to sell it as news. What followed was a complete outrage by the actress and all her friends. I got my peeps here with me to talk about this controversy. Vineet, would you like to take us through what your initial thoughts about the whole deal is?
Personally, I feel that it shouldn't have become such a big deal, and it could have been avoided at 2 points. One, when Deepika got the reply from them with a smiley, we knew what, at least society knew what they were dealing with. A bunch of people sitting there thinking that they can print or say anything they want. But then finally what happened was Deepika wrote the open letter, and then it turned into a whole different ball game, which if she hadn't written, the chaos could have been avoided.
Prabhu, do you agree with him on this?
No, I think the open letter made all the difference that it could. She decided to take a stand, she stood, she fought, and because of that, now we see this publication for what it is. This useless sensationalization of all of this was just completely unrequired.
I think she was just defending herself through that letter, and I would have done that as a girl, and I think any girl would have done that as well. Cleavage hai, no big deal, agreed. But I wouldn't want someone, to flash pictures of mine like that.
What I feel is that it became a scene. It could have been a statement which Deepika could have made. What I am thinking is, if she had taken all the tweets that she got, converted each tweet into $10 and donated it to breast cancer charities or any other charity for that matter, that's like making a statement in your face right there, and nothing more needed to be said. But then I felt that she took it a step further, like you said, in your face kind of thing, and that kind of backfired as well. But on the other side, it showed how dirty a publication can get.
Right, I think it backfired more on the publication than on her.
Recently, Times of India ने और दीपिका के बीच में एक controversy हुआ था regarding her cleavage. तो आपका क्या take है उस subject?
I feel the media has a certain responsibility that they're not living up to, and seriously they need a reality check.
That the newspaper could have handled it much more elegantly, they could have handled it much better. They should have just let it go and issued an apology rather than digging it up and taking it further.
What do you have to say about the entire reply to her open letter that the newspaper posted on their front page and with the picture?
The most disgusting thing I have ever seen.
No, it was all bullshit. I read it. I read the entire article. It was not worth it at all.
Deepika is a very brave woman. Whatever letter she wrote to the an open letter that she wrote to the newspaper, it is they needed it, they deserved it. And come on, people have come out and open, they're supporting her.
Even I support her. नहीं, actually ये तो बहुत ही गलत बात है. किसी भी न्यूज़पेपर को ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. भले ही उन्होंने पहले कुछ भी पोस्ट किया हो. They should apologize.
Here's my problem with this entire scenario. There is no female actress जिसका नाम you put on Google, okay? And the first 3 suggestions that will come next to that name will be say like Deepika Padukone hot, Deepika Padukone sexy, Deepika Padukone kiss. Now these are all tags, and these tags, now Google's not evil. Google's not gonna go, yeah, I want to mess with Deepika Padukone, mess with her life, I'm just gonna put these tags. These tags are there because we keep searching for these tags every now and then. We keep typing those tags every now and then, and because of that, these tags are up there. And because of that, the headlines are created in such a way that they get hits on those tags. I cannot think of a single person who has not gone online and typed out, say, like a Eva Green hot wallpaper.
I don't know these people you speak of. I don't know, Raju.
I see.
But the fact is that supply is because of the demand, and demand comes from where? From the people.
I mean, I'm going to disagree on this point. I don't think people want to read such kind of news. But because you guys are feeding it to us, because you guys are printing it, because you guys are going and clicking pictures like that from top angles and side angles and trying to sell news, baseless news, because it's there, that's the reason we open up a paper and we read about it and we talk about it, or we go on Google, as you said.
You guys, she means them guys. Not like I am not part of this.
ये तो है, I can't say. Basically, it's a entire what came first, the chicken or the egg. It's a vicious.
But at the end of the day, an omelette gets made and is being served to people, and we don't want that kind of omelette, is what everyone is trying to say.
I think there's an extremely thin line between all of this. We are interested, they are public figures. I really want to know what they're doing in their life. It might sound baseless, it might sound frivolous, but that's my I don't know, that's my version of entertainment. I want to know who her boyfriend is. I want to know what she's wearing. I'm interested in all of that. I agree the cleavage, I don't want to know about her cleavage, but she's a public figure. She's beautiful. She's so hot. Dude, seriously, I like little bit drool on her, but let's not talk about that.
That makes three of us. But then where is that line where
The line was just crossed.
the line was crossed?
The line was crossed.
Ji haan, the line was crossed.
The question to be asked is, how did a publication like that with such a magnitude not go through stuff before publishing it?
I'm glad you asked this question, Vineet Kumar.
It wasn't planned at all.
It wasn't. But I will tell you why. I'll tell you how. I have a theory. Okay, the theory is this. On Sunday night,
It's all because of US. It's a scam.
it is, but it's the other way around. It's not USA, it's the other publications in India. This is an elaborate corporate espionage scheme, okay, where on a Sunday evening when the office shuts down, this one guy comes, he's like wearing night goggles, he comes and uses like swipes keys and he goes and he puts up these things online and goes like, deal with this now. And he runs away.
You think that guy is a BMM intern? Is that possible?
Could be.
I mean, it looks like that.
But then again, see, what made matters worse is the fact that they still went on and published a similar article on Katrina now. And there's no end to it, I feel.
Yeah, but did you see that pretty faces, ugly legs?
Oh yeah.
There was a
that came immediately after.
It's like they didn't learn
Buffaloes
their
learn
lesson.
It's like fetch. Oh, and then they actually go pick it up.
Do you know on the website where you read the open letter, they have put a link to the video?
The link still exists.
The link still exists. They've put a link to the video.
Even you thought of checking that. How do you know the link exists?
What came first, the egg or the chicken?
The butcher came first.
No, I have in my head, I think I have a very strong defense. I was writing an opinion piece about the video. I I wanted to see how badly they had treated it. It was very badly done. It was very badly treated. And honestly, there was nothing scandalous about that video.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't even wearing anything that
I
was.
thought she was wearing a white anarkali.
A white anarkali,
which
that's
is
right.
considered to be Indian wear.
Exactly. With
And
full sleeves, gentlemen.
With full sleeves. So yeah, she was covered head to toe. But what I feel is the camera was placed in a very wrong way. The worst part about the whole thing is that it was a female journalist who wrote up the article. Same leading newspaper talks about women empowerment. So I sense a lot of hypocrisy here.
Women empowerment, Deepika Padukone's cleavage. First page पे क्या डाले? What pisses me off is that yes, it's a cleavage. It is a part of female anatomy. Get over it. Like, just get over it.
The newspaper, they say that the internet is a chaotic world and they need to make their headlines in a certain way to grab people's attention. So do you really think that a cleavage is really that big a deal in this day and age?
See, a cleavage is not a big deal, but according to our Indian sensibilities, yeah, it is a big deal. And if by her, like, the way they portrayed it is not right because it's portraying the actress in a very wrong way.
Very sad thing to do on the media part because at times you need to accept that you're wrong somewhere, and just because they have the right to publish stuff and do what they feel like, that doesn't mean they cross a certain border.
We're not blindly reading the news. We know when it's right, when it's wrong, when it's appropriate and when it's not inappropriate. So
such things happen and they just need masala to, blow things out of proportion. So just avoid, ignore.
I don't think this is, as youths, I don't appreciate it.
It is just boobies, breasts are just a part of your anatomy, right? Oh, come on.
Feeling shy.
Come
You can't
on.
tell words like that helping it.
Come on.
I'm a homely cultured person.
Breasts are part of your anatomy, and there's a campaign called Free the Nipple campaign. It's about how we should desexualize breasts. While that, I don't know if that's the other extreme or what, but that is one part of the spectrum. And then the other part of the spectrum who is trying to sexualize, not sexualize, sensationalize a mere cleavage. Bruce Willis's daughter is walking on the streets topless as part of this campaign. There are bikinis that have like a photograph of, have nipples printed, flesh-colored bikinis that have nipples printed on that. That's one side, that's one part of the story. Whereas here, we going, oh my god, cleavage, OMG, exclamations, oh god, cleavage.
But if I had to take one highlight from this entire story, it's the first time it became chaotic online. They themselves replied with a smiley.
Do you think it would have been worse if there was a wink? Or the smiley did it?
Or that other smiley with that tongue.
Or what would have been worse is if they had the shades on and just be like, yeah, that's how we roll.
Yeah, I would think that would have
bro.
sat well.
At the end of the message.
And they said that it's a compliment. You should look at it as a compliment.
The paper also went ahead saying that it was a compliment. Do you believe that it's right to compliment a woman like that?
No, of course not. You took a picture of her from a very inappropriate angle, that too without her consent. It's like violating her privacy. How can you be like later when you're supposed to apologize, you're actually saying it was a compliment? It's not.
No, I guess it's not right at all, and Deepika deserves an apology.
They tried to justify themselves, which just backfired on them eventually.
It's definitely not a compliment, not according to me.
I would ask that which lady have you complimented in that way?
I tried doing it to a panda once. Didn't go down too well.
They could have complimented her eyes. It's got pretty eyes.
Yeah.
Lips.
Yeah.
Ears.
Dimples.
Dimples.
Acting skills?
Acting skills.
Come on, she actually
Off topic. But yeah.
After saying it was a compliment, they went further on to defend themselves, saying that okay, now she's reacting to all this because she wants publicity for her new movie.
Dude, Deepika Padukone doesn't need publicity.
Not one.
Anymore. I mean, like, it's
I
just
think
not
if
done.
anyone gained more publicity out of the whole subject was the paper. The newspaper also said that it was a publicity stunt. So do you think Deepika would do such a thing, just to gain publicity?
I think it's really sad what people are making out of this, because today's society, I think we need to develop as a country, and we're talking about such a petty issue and making it such a big deal.
Why does anybody have to show their cleavage for a public, better talent to show what she has to?
I think she should just take it with a pinch of salt and ignore it, because earlier it was shown intentionally. Later, if it happened accidentally, she should just ignore it.
Yeah, I think they just go by the whole, there's no negative publicity, there's no positive publicity.
It's just publicity.
It's just good for us.
I also want to ask them, are you guys ever going to stop, or are you going to continue, creating such...
Yeah, because they put that article of Katrina as well now.
It's like they're picking out body parts to bitch. Can I say bitch?
Next on the list, spleen.
So I have a question. Now the first tweet came, that thing like OMG, Deepika shows cleavage, and then the entire tweetomania started. Everything happened. Then that tweet disappeared.
Yeah.
If you have the brains to make that tweet disappear, why was that brain not functioning when you were typing out a reply? Where was that brain?
It's because that man who you originally referred to, the one with the goggles, the BMM intern, he is the one tweeting.
If you had to describe in one word this entire fiasco, what would you say?
Uncalled for.
Immaturity.
Tom. Legend, wait for it, not dairy. That's a youth reference for people who are not from our age group.
एक है आदमी जो ऐसा बात करता है.
Like, if you had to look and ask one question to them, what would it be?
Were you high?
Would you want to ask the same thing?
I would ask that which lady have you complimented in that way? Who have you complimented?
My question is, so who's resigning?
Nice. I see what you did there, yeah. But my question would have to be, how much did you get paid to do it?
Oh,
Who paid you to do it? Who paid you to do it and why? To find out, please join us on the next episode.
For me is I have grown up reading that paper, and not only me, I think most of us over here have grown up reading that
I was the other paper.
And anyways, whichever paper you were, but I am so offended and so, I don't know, angry, disgusted, and I think it was a subject that was given too much of importance. I go ahead and unsubscribe from that leading newspaper right away, and I think you guys should do it as well.
I like the idea. I'm doing it.
So probably,
Carefully covering the embarrassing brand of my mobile phone.
So probably you guys just lost 4 subscribers, yeah. And I think a lot of people after watching our video will unsubscribe as well.
I like this. Hashtag unsubscribe.
Yeah, 4 subscribers are no more. The number of stars that you give for every film, good or bad, in your publication.
I'll go with what he said. Hashtag unsubscribe.
Yeah, but like subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, you can like, comment, Only good comment.
And you should also tell us your views, give us your opinion on the whole subject, right in the comment box.
And if you have any matters that are worth discussing, please leave it down below on the comment box.
We shall discuss that for y'all, and then you can comment on that as well.